Your room light turns on automatically. Security systems detect intruders instantly. Automatic doors know when someone arrives. But how do these systems detect humans without touching anything? The answer is a tiny device called a PIR sensor. But here's the surprising part. A PIR sensor does not actually see humans. It detects changes in infrared radiation. And today, we're going to understand exactly how that works.
This is a PIR sensor. PIR stands for Passive Infrared Sensor. The word passive is very important because unlike radar or ultrasonic sensors, a PIR sensor does not send energy outward. Instead, it passively detects infrared radiation already present in the environment. Everything around us emits infrared radiation. Walls, animals, objects, and especially humans. Because every object above absolute zero temperature emits thermal radiation. To understand PIR sensors, we first need to understand infrared radiation. Light exists in many forms. The human eye can only see visible light. But beyond visible light exists infrared radiation. Infrared is basically heat energy traveling as electromagnetic waves. Humans constantly emit infrared radiation because of body temperature. That means your body is continuously releasing invisible thermal energy into the environment. A PIR sensor detects changes in this infrared energy.
Here's something many beginners misunderstand. A PIR sensor usually does not detect stationary objects very well. Instead, it detects changes in infrared radiation. That means motion is important. When a warm human body moves across the sensor's detection zones, the infrared pattern changes, and the PIR sensor reacts to that change. That is why standing completely still may not trigger some PIR sensors effectively. Inside the PIR sensor is a special material called a pyroelectric material. This material can generate tiny electrical charges when exposed to changing infrared radiation. When infrared levels change rapidly, the crystal produces a small voltage. That voltage is then amplified and processed by electronic circuits inside the module. So the PIR sensor is not magically detecting humans. It is actually converting infrared changes into electrical signals.
Now, let's talk about the white dome on top of the PIR sensor. This is called a Fresnel lens. Many beginners think this is just a plastic cover, but it actually plays a very important role. The Fresnel lens focuses infrared radiation onto different areas of the sensor. It creates multiple detection zones. So when a human moves across these zones, the infrared pattern changes rapidly. And this improves motion detection sensitivity. Let's now combine everything together. A human body emits infrared radiation. The Fresnel lens focuses that infrared energy onto the pyroelectric sensor. When the person moves, the infrared energy pattern changes. The pyroelectric material reacts to that change and generates tiny electrical signals. The PIR sensor electronics amplify and process those signals. Finally, the sensor outputs a high signal, indicating motion detection. That signal can then control lights, alarms, cameras, or microcontrollers like Arduino. Most PIR modules have 3 pins: VCC, GND, and output. VCC powers the module. GND is the ground connection. And the output pin sends a signal when motion is detected. Usually, the output becomes high for a few seconds after detection.
PIR sensors are used everywhere. Automatic room lights, security alarms, smart home systems, automatic doors, CCTV systems, energy-saving systems, and robotics projects. Because PIR sensors are cheap, Low power and easy to use, they became one of the most popular motion detection sensors in electronics. Many beginners misunderstand PIR sensors. A PIR sensor does not directly see humans. It detects changing infrared radiation. Another misconception is thinking PIR sensors work through walls. Infrared radiation usually requires line of sight. Temperature and environment also affect sensor performance. Very hot environments can reduce detection accuracy because the temperature difference becomes smaller. So now you finally understand how PIR sensors actually work. They do not magically detect humans. Instead, they detect changes in infrared radiation using pyroelectric materials and Fresnel lenses. And despite their small size, these sensors power many modern automation systems around us every day. I've also built several PIR sensor projects before. You can find those videos through the link in the description and the I button. Make sure to watch them and share your opinions in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment which electronics component you want explained next. Thanks for watching.